he would refute publicly their aliha, their false idols. Abu Jahl came again to him and he said, Wallahi ya Muhammad, لتتركن سب آلهتنا أو لنسبن إلهك الذي يعبد. Oh Muhammad, wallahi, you will stop insulting our ilah, our aliha, our idols, or we will insult your God, your ilah, the one that you worship. فأنزل الله عز وجل قوله ولا تسبوا الذين يدعون من دون الله فيسبوا الله عدوا بغير علم. So the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, after this ayah, he stopped refuting and warning against the idols publicly. In this ayah, what did Allah say? لا تسبوا, amr. This is an order. لا تسبوا, do not insult. Do not insult the people or the idols of the mushrikeen. لا تسبوا الذين يدعون من دون الله. Why? Then he gave us the reason. Because they will insult Allah with ignorance. Al-Hafidh ibn Katheer said something about this. He said, يقول الله تعالى ناهيا لرسوله صلى الله عليه وسلم والمؤمنين عن سب المشركين. Allah is telling the Prophet عليه الصلاة والسلام and the companions to refrain from insulting the mushrikeen, the polytheists. وإن كان فيه مصلحة. And perhaps maybe there is maslahah, there is good in that, in refuting them, in insulting them. إلا أنه يترتب عليه مفسدة أعظم. But there is a greater harm in that. So Allah told the Prophet, don't insult. وهي مقابلة المشركين بسب إله المؤمنين. What is the greater harm? Is that they will insult Allah. Who's greater, Allah or the idols? Allah is greater. طيب, Allah should be insulted? No. So we refrain. We refrain from insulting falsehood because the truth will be insulted. طيب, مسألة. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam was known. Was he bad in his speech? No. طيب, how he's insulting? Here it says sab. How do we understand this? How do we interpret this? كيف نفهم السب هنا؟ حين قال الله عز وجل ولا تسبوا الذين يدعون من دون الله. Was the Prophet insulting them like this stupid, for example, stupid Lat wal Uzza, they are filthy, they are, curse them. He was saying that? Do we understand this from the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam? So what does it mean? Huh? Speaking against it. Just speak. The Prophet عليه الصلاة والسلام لم يكن بالشتام ولا اللعان ولا البذيء. Never the Prophet used to insult such people or anything like that. In some cases, of course, he used to do dua against the extreme people who choose to harm the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, as it happened in some occasions. And some occasions he used to do dua for them. Sahih? It depends on the situation. But here, the Prophet never insulted. But what is meant here, as-sab huwa ar-radd, wat-tahdhir, that he was refuting and warning, saying that these idols will not benefit you, or mushrikeen, or Arabs of Quraysh. That's what he was saying. He was warning against them. But they consider that as insults. And so Allah confirmed that it is sab. This is considered as sab. But it wasn't insulting like fuhsh al-kalam, bad words or anything like that. And dear brothers and sisters, we have to sit and contemplate about this. If the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and he is the greatest of men, the bravest of men, the truth is with him, no doubt about it. Like the sun, as clear as that. And Allah told him, don't insult the kuffar and don't insult their idols. Don't refute them hatta, in a way, publicly. Because of benefit and harm. فَمَا بَالُكَ الْيَوْمِ. Then how about today? When we see people acting all macho, insulting other religions, day and night. Is this hikmah? La. Is this from the Islam? La. This will bring more harm on us, especially in the time of internet. Anybody behind the screen will insult, and they will say the filthiest of things. Before, back then, he was in front of you. Maybe you can deal with him physically. but now, no, you cannot catch him. He's an anonymous person. And he will insult Allah and insult the Prophet day and night. We see that today, sah? Can we do anything? Unfortunately, no. We cannot do anything about it because, the internet has that freedom. You can insult, you can say whatever you want. And so, a Muslim should be wary of that. Not only that, also coming up publicly and insulting a religion or insulting a group of people or any ideology when maybe these people, even though they're on falsehood and they are on kufr, but they have some kind of political ties with your country or your people, Muslimin. So how do you insult them? This will put you in a position that's very awkward. And maybe will put your government in a position that's very awkward. Will it bring maslahah? The answer is no. It will not bring maslahah. So we Muslims should be wary of these things. Not be foolish and let our emotions drive us and control us. Oh, he's kafir, he's worshipping so and so, I'll insult him. He doesn't deserve to be respected. That's not the case. But the case is weigh in the maslahah and the mafsada. Yeah? This is very important that the Muslimin today understand this concept. Wallah al-Muslim.